Hello, I'm Lanning with 15 minutes of the latest news update on VTV News. Here's what we have in store for you in this bulletin. The Trans-Pacific Partnership Free Trade talks concluded on Monday after more than 5 years of intensive negotiations. And later, many Vietnamese specialties have been introduced to Czech Republic. Now, first up in today's news bulletin, the Trans-Pacific Partnership Free Trade talks have concluded on Monday after more than 5 years of intensive negotiations. The TPP will lower trade and investment barriers in 12 countries in the Asia-Pacific region.
We, the trade ministers of Australia, Brunei Darussalam, Canada, Chile, Japan, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Peru, Singapore, the United States, and Vietnam are pleased to announce that we have successfully concluded the Trans-Pacific Partnership negotiations.
The U.S. Trade Representative Michael Froman closed the press conference after the conclusions of the 5 years of negotiations. The latest ministerial meeting managed to reach agreement on the three key issues of car component tax, access to the U.S. and Canadian milk markets, and patent length on organic pharmaceuticals. According to the U.S. Trade Representative, Vietnam actively contributed to the talks.
We've worked very closely and very constructively with the Vietnamese team to resolve a number of issues, both bilaterally, but also to work together at the table as part of the overall group to help set high standards for the TPP agreement.
I believe that the 11 other nations appreciated Vietnam's contribution, responsibility, and our attitude towards the problems during the past 6 years.
The TPP talks involve Australia, Brunei, Canada, Chile, Japan, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Peru, Singapore, the United States, and Vietnam. Following their conclusions today, the negotiators will have to complete submissions to national parliaments for ratification. Several parliaments, including the U.S. Congress, are said to remain a major challenge for the TPP actual implementation next year.
A week of promoting Vietnamese brands had just concluded after many exhibitions in Hanoi, the central coastal cities of Da Nang and Ho Chi Minh City. The event is part of the Domestic Market Development Project and Buy Vietnamese Goods campaign for the 2014-2020 period. Now, domestic brands have been widely promoted through a series of activities during the week of the event. Let's find out more.
Phu Quoc fish sauce is a local specialty which has been popularized in both domestic and foreign markets with geographical indication and protection by the EU. These products have also gained popularity through events like the Vietnamese Goods Identity Week. A wider group of consumers are reached via a series of activities during the event.
Through fairs and trade programs, we have more opportunities to target customers and promote our brand.
According to the Ministry of Industry and Trade, thanks to the Buy Vietnamese Goods campaign, about 70% of Vietnamese consumers trust domestic goods. Vietnamese goods also dominate by 80% to 100% in the majority of retailers in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City.
Customers will be increasingly aware of Vietnamese products based on the work done by domestic enterprises. Good quality products will dominate the market, and we will achieve the goals we have set for 2020.
In the coming time, we push forward the competitiveness of products made in Vietnam. We will try to meet the demands of domestic customers and aims to bring our products to the world.
According to the Buy Vietnamese Goods campaign, by 2020, local products will be promoted via supply chains and be showcased in a larger proportion of retail stores in all 63 cities and provinces across the nation.
Now, the Prime Minister has asked the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development and Ministry of Industry and Trade to take steps to boost agro-fishery exports to Singapore. The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development will host negotiations on mutual recognition agreements while working with Singapore's Animal and Plant Health Center for Agri-Food and Veterinary Affairs to further boost Vietnam's exports. The Prime Minister also asked the Ministry of Industry and Trade to carry out promotion activities in Singapore. Vietnam agro-fishery exports to Singapore have increased but are nowhere near the potential. Now, more in the import-export sector, tuna export value of Vietnam to Canada reached $1.4 million in August. The figure was up 61% compared to the same period last year, according to the Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers, or VASEP. However, shipments to this market this year fluctuated greatly, with drops recorded in previous months. Canada imports fresh, frozen, and dried tuna from Vietnam. VASEP also noted that tuna exports to Canada have been on the rise in the past 5 years, while shipments to other overseas markets fell. Now, insurance policies have been amended to provide better cover for fishermen on trawling expeditions. Insurance for people and property losses now covers a higher proportion than the previous regulations. This should add to help fishermen receiving following the government decree number 67. Here's a report from the central province of Thừa Thiên Huế.
Nguyễn Tuấn, a fisherman in Phu Vang district, has received $3,500 today in an insurance payout by the Bảo Việt Insurance Company in Thừa Thiên Huế province. The money is compensation for his son's death during his working trip at sea in August.
We have bought insurance for our fishing boat. Our son and also the captain of the boat were lost due to an accident, and we're now receiving full coverage compensation.
Despite the benefit from buying insurance, only 25% of fishing vessels having access to these preferential insurance packages after a year of the policy's implementation in Phu Hai commune. The figure for the whole province is also limited.
As of September, only 30% of fishing vessels in Thừa Thiên Huế province bought the insurance under Decree 67. For the other 70%, we're encouraging the fishermen to buy insurance so they receive compensation in any accidents they may have.
Decree 67 took effect from August 25th last year. It provides basic policies to encourage fishermen to build offshore fishing high-capacity steel hull ships. For insurance-related provisions, vessels of under 400 HP will receive a 70% subsidized premium, while the figure for vessels of over 400 CV will be 90%. With this regulation, boat owners have to pay a small amount but can fully benefit from the insurance package.
In the time to come, we will continue cooperating with insurance companies to spread the benefits from buying insurance to local fishermen. We will also promote other contents of this decree to better support them.
Besides insurance policies for fishing boats and fishermen, the province will also implement training and support programs to ensure they benefit from the new regulations outlined in Government Decree 67.
Exotic Vietnam is an intriguing blend of many charms. This land is where all manner of stunning landscapes await like a visual feast, rivaled only by the beauty of its people and their abundantly rich tradition and culture. Here is where you can relive the past in richest color or live it up in the bright lights of the big city. With so much more to offer, Vietnam is simply unforgettable.
You're tuning in to VTV News. Now, a new water purification technology that turns seawater into fresh water has been successfully tested in the central province of Phú Yên. The technology developed by Techcommen Joint Stock Company is capable of purifying about 120 liters of seawater per hour into clean, fresh water that can be drunk without boiling. Now, this technology will help significantly reduce not only the space needed for freshwater tanks on vessels, but also the money spent on water, enabling fishing vessels to stay offshore for longer. After testing this technology in Quảng Ngãi, Bình Định, Phú Yên, and Khánh Hòa, Techcommen will introduce the technology to other cities and provinces nationwide. Now, according to the latest data released by the website internetworldstats.com, Vietnam ranked the 17th in terms of the number of internet users worldwide. Unsurprisingly, first place went to China with 674 million users, followed by India and the US. Vietnam has seen great internet development in recent years, and this is not the first time it has been on the list. Thanks to a great variety of services for many types of users, the number of internet users in Vietnam has risen from just 200,000 in 2000 to 45 million this year. Vietnam's food culture is being introduced at the Exotic Culinary Festival held in Czech Republic's capital of Prague for 2 days from the 3rd to the 4th of October for the first time. Now, this festival attracts dozens of countries from Asia, Africa, the Americas, and Oceania, where they use the opportunity to showcase their specialties. Vietnam has 15 stalls to introduce Vietnamese specialties, including typical dishes of Vietnam such as dried bamboo shoot, duck eggs, grilled chicken feet soaked in honey, chicken leg salad. Now, besides exotic cuisine, the festival also provides an opportunity to meet the representatives of the foreign community living in the Czech Republic and their culture. Let's now have a look at the updated weather forecast for some selected cities in Vietnam and around the world. That is it for now on VTV News, and you can find more of our coverage of the issues you care most about at vtv4.vn or youtube.com/vtv4go. We're back tomorrow at 8 a.m. local time. Until then, have a good day.